One need just take a gander at the 2019 Lamborghini Urus to see that hybrids have turned into an essential insidiousness for even the most famous makers. Alfa Romeo winds up in a comparable position with the 2018 Stelvio SUV, which, as a high-riding utilitarian worked on the stunning 10 Best Cars winning Giulia car, supports Alfa's lineup in its arrival to the US showcase. While the Stelvio additionally outlines that adding utility to an execution brand's DNA can now and again dash our desires, the final product is a refreshingly fulfilling SUV to view. Highs: appealing plan, formed ride, willing powertrain, sufficient freight space. Lows: on the littler side, parched at the pump, mediocre insight at the cost. The presence of the Stelvio was at first somewhat of a disappointment, what with Alfa Romeo having prodded us before its presentation with the likelihood of building a ground-embracing wagon form of the Giulia. Hot, low-through, and hypothetically permeated with the same sensitive physicality that makes Alfa's 4 entryway one of our most loved new autos, a planned Giulia wagon had us powerless in the knees. In any case, actually a wagon would have been a non-starter for a re-emerging brand in the present market. Against the shockwave of the business hybrid blast, the two-box Giulia didn't stand a possibility. Serving the masses. Enter the Stelvio, which is intended to sop up the spills of rural existence with 19 cubic feet of payload space behind its back seats, 57 solid shapes with the seats stowed, and a seating stature around 6 inches loftier than the sedans. While we've yet to test the 505 HP Stelvio Quadrifoglio, an adaptation that right now holds the lap record for hybrids around the Nurburgring, we have now tried the standard, Turbo 4 model. The Stelvio's mechanical cosmetics shadows that of the Giulia, a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 making 280 pull and 306 lb-ft of torque, supported by an 8-speed programmed transmission. Alfa's all-wheel drive framework, which is $2,000 additional on the Giulia, is standard on all Stelvios. The hybrid likewise profits by the mutual aluminum concentrated design, which helps make the 4,037-pound Stelvio essentially lighter than a large number of its companions, including the most recent Audi Q5 and BMW X3. That softness didn't mean more noteworthy efficiency in our testing, notwithstanding. Our auto's 19 mpg watched figure was 3 miles per gallon, not as much as its EPA city evaluate and toward the lower end of the smaller Ute fragment. Furthermore, its 26 mpg execution on our 75 mph roadway mileage circle came up 2 miles per gallon shy of its throughway rating. For reference, the all-wheel drive Giulia we beforehand tried weighed 377 pounds less and oversaw 23 and 32 miles per gallon in similar measures. The Stelvio tolls better at the test track, where the heavier hybrid really was marginally speedier off the line than the non-Quadrifoglio Giulias we've tried, 0 to 60 miles per hour in a strong 5.4 seconds, with a quarter-mile go of 14.1 seconds at 98 miles per hour. Riding on discretionary 20-inch aluminum wheels, 18s are standard, with 19s likewise accessible, wrapped with 255/45 R20 Continental Cross-Contact LX Sport all-season tires. Our test case posted 0.84 grams of grasp on the skid pad and ceased from 70 miles per hour and 176 feet, respectable returns for a 2-ton SUV not wearing superior summer elastic. In the more prominent hybrid chain of command, the Stelvio doesn't exactly have the moves or the speed to coordinate the all the more intense V6-controlled Jaguar F-Pace and Porsche Macan on comparative tires, yet it can defeat the Audi Q5 and the Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 4MATIC in almost all unique measures. Capacity and fizz. Using a very much adjusted comportment that ingrains trust in its pilot, the Alfa is more receptive to contributions than most hybrids, particularly with their Test Auto's Best Level T Sport bundle, $4,500 more than a base Stelvio and $2,500 more than a mid-range T, which comprises of 20-inch wheels, a game-tuned suspension, cowhide wear seats with movable side supports, segment-mounted move pedals, painted brake calipers, and dark outside accents. With loads of aluminum in the control arm front and multi-link raised suspensions, the Stelvio offers both satisfying consistence to street blemishes and clever body control when pushed hard. As in the Giulia, The Turbo 4 emanates a quelled snarl and pulls firmly with negligible slack. The 8-speed gearbox takes advantage of the 2.0 liters yield with smooth, snappy movements and pleasantly arranged programming that doesn't instantly race for top apparatus. Alfa Romeo's brake-by-wire framework likewise is greatly improved, acknowledged in the Stelvio, with a firm, simple-to-regulate pedal that is altogether more straight in real life than the Giulia's. Purchasers anticipating that the car's liveliness should exchange over in place will be frustrated by the Stelvio's more far-off association with the street. Chalk up a lot of that to the material science of a bigger, heavier vehicle with a down-to-earth mission. However, some cues additionally can be demanded for the directing tuning, which, while vital for its exactness and briskness, feels latent alongside the vehicle's light and garrulous rudder. Flipping the Alfa's driving mode selector on the rear short to its dynamic setting helps battle the issue by firming up the tiller's protection while honing the motor's throttle reaction and impelling the transmission. We invested a large portion of our energy in the driver's seat in that fee-steer setup. Be that as it may, even in its default normal setup, the Alfa sits at the sharp end of the hybrid class, and most customers should observe its physicality to be more than adequate. The Stelvio likewise displays well at the check, its notable triangular grille and shapely appearance welcoming bystanders with class and modernity. That one can some of the time confuse this Italian siren for a workaday Mazda CX-5 from the back is a side effect of its item status as a hybrid. However, no doubt about this present youth's comeliness out and about, especially with its slanting back glass and enormous wheels that complement its dug-in position. The SUV frame additionally manages the Stelvio 8.1 creeps of ground leeway in the capacity to tow 3,000 pounds with a discretionary $450 trailer hitch. Running the numbers. The Stelvio's lodge configuration is essentially indistinguishable to the Giulia's, with sufficient space for 4 inhabitants, however not exactly as much space to extend as in a BMW X3. Load space is on the little end of the range, scarcely outperforming the hold of a Porsche Macan. However, the general ergonomics are sound and the incorporated starter catch and our illustrations level base controlling wheel makes for a perfect showpiece. Be that as it may, the aluminum trim in RT Sport Test Auto just fairly lit up the murkiness of its dark limits. Hotter wood completes our standard in different renditions, and the Stelvio's trappings as a rule can appear to be just unremarkable at its $43,190 beginning cost. Its engineered dashtop material specifically looks modest and relatively reptilian in surface. One look at within any of the German choices gives verification that the inside of an utility vehicle can be very sweet. Standard hardware is ample, with all Stelvios accompanying Brembo front and back brakes, versatile Bixen headlights, double-zone programmed atmosphere control, cowhide upholstery, 10-way control movable front seats, a 7.0-inch shading TFT show in the bunch, a 6.5-inch focal infotainment screen, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Notwithstanding the T-Sport bundle, our case additionally attached the $1,500 Driver Assist Dynamic Plus bundle, versatile voyage control with unpredictable, forward impact cautioning, mechanized crisis braking, path takeoff cautioning, and programmed high shafts, the $650 Driver Assistance Static Bundle, blindside observing, raise cross activity alarm, and auto darkening outside mirrors, and the $200 Convenience Bundle, a secure framework in the load region and a 115-volt AC electrical plug. Different additional items that pushed our Alfas as tried cost to a not unimportant $55,440 incorporated a $1,350 double-sheet sunroof, $950 for root in the overhauled 8.8-inch Focus show that is standard on T models, a $900 Harman Kardon premium stereo, and $2,200 for Rosso Competition or Tri-Coat paint. With offers of hybrids far outperforming those of station wagons, the Stelvio unquestionably will clear the advancement way for better, future Alfas in ways a long-roof Giulia never could. We most anticipate testing the scanless Quadrifoglio. However, even this standard variant makes a solid appearing as a more functional interpretation of one of our most loved drivers' autos, and it's a getting expansion to the SUV scene.